Hello everybody, welcome back to SNR. This is round number 14, which takes us under the lights at Singapore, the Marina Bay street circuit. My name is Kieran McGinley, and joining me in the commentary booth for this round, it's JB. JB, how you doing?
I'm alright. I've got my nice fan blowing on me because I'm feeling quite hot today.
Oh, you lucky boy. I'm in here in a hot room.
I've got my number one fan with me.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be hot down on the circuit. I thought I'd recreate that in my own room to try and roast myself there. Anyway, without further ado then, let's move on to the driver's standings.
Two fans in this commentary box, could we?
No, absolutely not. Anyway, moving on to the driver's standing then. So AJ leads the way on 220 points. Darren Sinclair is second on 218. The Gort's in third on 148. Rockatoni in fourth on 78. Bravo Wolf is fifth on 71. Chelsea Boy in sixth on 70. Heemkar is in seventh on 69. Geordie Davey is 8th on 61. Spark Bobster in 9th on 52. DK is 10th on 51. Zippo in 11th on 37. Pranker is in 12th place on 28. Plaster in 13th with 18 points. Rocket also has 18 points, which puts him into 14th. Rocket is in 14th place. He's got 6 points. Malachi in 16th with 3 points. White Samba in 17th with 2 points. Ricky Fury in 18th with a single point. Orchard David and Tomb Patter at the bottom of the table, yet to score a point this season. Moving on then to the constructors standings, McLaren are at the top on 290, Ferrari are in second on 256, Red Bull in third on 203, Toro Rosso in fourth on 120, Sauber in fifth on 112, Renault are in sixth on 103, Force India are seventh on 85 points, Williams are in eighth on 80 points, Mercedes in ninth on 55 points, and Haas are at the bottom there on 2 points. We have a look then at the Singapore Grand Prix then. 23 corners and arguably one of the longest racetracks, or at least in time-wise, on the calendar. It is one of the most demanding circuits on the calendar. You have 2 DRS straights, one of course along the start-finish line, and then the second one from turn 5 running all the way down to turn number 7. In terms of overtaking opportunities, well, you can count 1, 2 and 3 as overtaking opportunities if you like. The long run down to turn 7 as well, the left-hander there, you have to be careful. They have to at least be side by side before you can think about attempting a move there. If you're as crazy as JB, turn 13 is always an option, trying to go up the inside just after the bridge there, much like Felipe Massa was kind of forced to do all those years ago. And with so many 90-degree turns and a very narrow track, JB, overtaking here is going to be very, very difficult.
Definitely. You've got to trust who you're going to overtake. That's the fun with it. If you're going to overtake someone in a difficult part of the track, you've got to know if they're going to give you room and they can't cut you off, or you can take each other out.
Absolutely. And we have a couple of things to go over. I've drawn a blank. Pranker, that's it.
I don't know.
It's Pranker. Pranker has been given his last warning for this Grand Prix after what happened at Italy. We don't know the full story behind it, but we can safely assume that it wasn't good. But Pranker then is on his last warning, so we'll be keeping an eye on him as we head towards the Grand Prix. There are no qualifying bans to mention, so all the drivers we have will hopefully qualify. We should have a good knockout session. Here we are then for Q1. We're going to lose 2 drivers from this session, no matter what. And, well, if we have a look at the currently fitted tyres, Spark Bobster and Invader Zippo are going to try this session, not on the super softs, but maybe on the soft tyres, or maybe they're just teasing us, as we see a Force India there leaving the garage. But it's a 139.8.
Oh! That's a hefty accident.
Oh, that is, you're right there. And I think
that is where Bruno Senna dropped it.
Absolutely, that's in turn 18.
Massa almost did it too, yeah.
Luckily though, this is oh, that's Captain Pants into the wall there, coming into turn 13. And it looks like he just went. Yeah, it looks like he just understeered into the wall. That doesn't look like he's got significant front wing damage.
Looks like it should just be green damage, but from what I saw as I cut onto it, he may have just blocked. I think that was red.
Yeah, I think you're right there.
AJ in the McLaren coming to just under the bridge now, where Toompata binned it. No, Toompata did hit the tech pro barrier. By the looks of it, he bounced off it. I saw his cake tin brake disc left on the floor. Thing not to despawn, but you know.
Yeah, that's fair enough then. AJ, championship leader, coming towards the line then, and it's the 139.0. But
Invalidated.
Yes, invalidated lap. What's an interesting fact to know then is the pole position lap for 2017, JB.
Oh, go on then. I can't remember which one it was.
Sebastian Vettel, it was a 139.491. So we're in Q1 and we're not very far away from that time at all.
It's interesting. It's much like Baku when Vettel posted that lap time this year. And everyone was like, oh, I can beat that on the game. And to be honest, most of us do.
Yes. I mean, unless you're me, that's not possible.
I mean, I can't either, so...
Well, it is, like we keep saying, one of the most demanding tracks on the calendar, purely because of, 23 turns, and when you're doing a 50% race, when you're going for almost an hour, it can certainly start to... work on the fatigue of a driver.
It does. I got tired a lot when I first did it. Oh, Rocket Cream ran out of fuel on a lap. Almost missed a pit lane too.
Well, he's made it back, so not the end of the world then. AJ then coming under the stadium there, heading out into 20 and 21. Towards the last two corners then. Now, is this a valid lap time? I'm assuming so. He comes towards the line and it's a 138.7. And that is quicker than Sebastian Vettel.
Sector 3, who is that? I think that's Chelsea Boy. No, it's not. That was a rough guess. Oh, it's
Rockatoni.
What? That's AI driving, I think. No, it isn't. Yes, no, it isn't. That is an interesting...
Yeah, that
incident.
is.
It looks like he missed the turn and had to spin it round.
Yes.
Lovely and slow though. No damage.
But yeah, he is in low fuel mode for sure.
I'm not sure why many of these drivers are going from loads of runs on the Supersoft. I know the Gort's been out on the track for a fair few minutes.
Yeah, but you have to remember, JB, it is Q1, so these tyres will probably never see the light of day again. So
yeah.
I'm thinking that's why they're putting in quite a few laps on them, because they can just chuck them in the bin afterwards.
Oh, who else on a lap? Briar Wolf's on an out lap. Shall we sit with the Williams driver for a bit?
We can do. The Gort is also
22 Williams.
The Gort also out on track, coming towards the hairpin now.
Let's go back on board with the Gort. Let's go say hi.
He's currently in 5th place. I'm not sure whether he's on a lap or not. He's certainly pushing like he's on one, so I'll stick with him. Currently P5 on a 140.3.
There we go. I was trying to plug my mic in at the same time and trying to be nonchalant about it.
Yeah, it didn't work. Did not work. So at the moment,
I had my phone charging at the same time, so it was quite entertaining.
Oh, well, at the moment then, Toompata and Captain Pants are currently the two drivers in the drop zone as the Gort then makes his way around the final two corners. And what lap time can he set as he crosses the line? It's a 139.2. It was a quicker lap, but it was invalidated. So...
Oh. I tell you what, something that we haven't mentioned is coming out from underneath the bridge. If you run a little bit too close to the wall, you can actually run your tyres up onto the curb on the outside wall, like the white curbs I'm just seeing now on Chelsea Boys footage. You can run up there and you could lose time because obviously your car's half in the air.
Yeah.
It's very disorientating when it happens because the driver thinks, oh, quickly get off the curbs as quickly as possible. But if you do that, you can always end up in a wall. That sounds like Captain Pants. I've got a feeling it's Captain Pants.
It's not. It's Ricky Fury. Ricky Fury there. Yeah, that was Ricky Fury. He's got a bit of front wing damage, left-hand side. And
oh, he's having a tough one, isn't he?
he is. At the moment, he's in the safe zone, but of course, if Captain Pants sets a lap time, then he will be in the drop zone then. Speaking of which, Captain
Pants is on a lap.
He is coming up to turn 18, and under the stadia he goes.
Oh, he almost rode it up onto the curb.
Living life on the edge there as he heads towards the line. And what lap time can he set? Rounding those final two corners then. Comes across the line and goes P14, 143.1, which drops Ricky Fury into the drop zone. And with just under 5 minutes to go, he's had to come back to the pit lane. So danger for Ricky Fury here. Yeah, of being eliminated.
Die for Ricky Fury now. He's got to get in, get the wing sorted, possibly drain some fuel out. I don't think put any new tyres on because he hasn't done any like strenuous laps on them. So keep the tyres on, get out, and get some job done.
Absolutely, and we'll see whether Ricky Fury can do that. In the meantime, here is Plaster, currently P10 at the moment, making his way. I believe this is towards turn. Oh, that's the old Singapore Sling. That's right. Remember when that was just a series? That was just a chicane.
Oh, that's a camera angle I've got on the stream. I'm sat on the front wing looking back at the car.
Oh yeah, that is an interesting one. That's well, it was a Haas there running into the wall just behind, but
I think it was a Mercedes. Briarwolf going third fastest.
Yes, 140.005, and as you can see, then he's backed off, and that's all he's doing in Q1 then. As for AJ and Pranker, they can consider themselves pretty much through to Q2. Drivers in the danger zone. Ricky Fury is in the danger zone at the moment. He's on his outlap. He's back out there.
Oh, Captain Pants.
Oh, that's a big one. Is a big one.
Let's have a nose. Hey! Yeah, you see what he's done there? He's ran on the curb and gone across the track.
Yeah.
And lost traction.
So Captain Pants then, even if he makes it through, Geordie Davies
that's fine, he's retired in pits. Oh, Rocket Queen retiring. Now, the interesting thing is Rocket Queen still in danger because Ricky can knock them out. No, Rocket Queen isn't in danger, is he?
No, he's not. So he's realised that and has retired. Well, there's just one driver in danger. It is Ricky Fury coming through turn 13 on his outlap, and well,
I'm going to stay with him. I don't know what you're doing. I'm staying with him.
Yeah, that's interesting though, because Rocket Queen has set a 144.1 on my screen. Captain Pants a 143.1. Yet Rocket Queen is above Captain. That doesn't make sense unless Captain Pants crashed out and that's what it's classifying him as. But that doesn't make sense to me. Oh well.
I don't know. This game it just done all the work, and suddenly I've turned into Fernando Alonso.
Yeah, suddenly. Yeah, that's a strange one. Anyway, Ricky Fury then on his outlap, heading towards the line. He's got plenty of time, pretty much for 2 laps here as he runs wide. That's not going to do the tyres any good as he heads towards turn 1. Car number 35 heading towards turn 1. And this has really got to be the lap of his life here if he wants to get into Q2. What he can do, Bravo Wolf retiring from the session. So Ricky Fury now heading towards the old Singapore Sling. Oh, he's lost it!
No!
And he's out. He put everything into that lap and he's just got nothing out of it. So there we have it then. Ricky Fury, Toompata eliminated from Q1. Captain Pants will make it into Q2, but will be starting from P15.
That sucks. He had the world watching and he makes that mistake.
Well, he put everything into that lap and unfortunately it has not worked out for him. AJ decides to retire from the session now because with only 15 drivers setting a lap time, he's definitely safe now. Riding with Orchard David then.
He is.
As I get a little bit of lag on my end, but there we go.
Oh, it was the Haas that got out of Sheffield. That got out of Sheffield all those minutes ago.
Yes,
Sector
absolutely.
1, that's probably just a ghost car. Now, I wonder if Orchid David wants to have a provisional pole coming into Sector 2 purely to keep his mental strength up. Because we know Orchid David has got the ability to confidently.
Yes.
But he's got this little mistake floating in his head. He's made a mistake, I think, in the last 3 Grand Prix.
Yeah, he hasn't had a finish since his debut at Hungary. So he'll just be really hoping to at least get a finish under his belt today. And what better way to do it?
Seems to delivered him a tough car.
Yeah. As we head now with Orchard David, will he finish this lap? He will do. Heading around then. Is he going to show the world what he can do?
I think it will be invalidated. No, it wasn't.
Invalidated.
Yeah, wait, yeah, oh yeah, it was, sorry. So that leaves Chelsea on a lap. Let's go, drop down to your favourite word, Chelsea.
Yeah, don't talk to me about Chelsea in, today, honestly. Anyway then. FA Cup winner boy is making his way towards the last 2 corners. And what lap time can he put then? And he did go.
We'll never know.
That was into P3, was it? P3, yeah, with that
P3.
lap. So then Q1 is over.
Darren Sinclair just sat up and just went, now I wish I was racing.
Yeah. Oh, does he realise? No, that's not my. It's not my race. Well then, you can see now the flurry of cars making their way onto the track now, because of course.
It's just a wet Q3.
Oh, it could be. One thing's for sure though, that if the drivers make it out and set a lap time, this is the perfect opportunity then to go out on a set of super softs and just set some sort of lap. Because if you've timed it right, the Inters won't be able to beat it. And as you can see by the time difference how much the track is getting affected out there. Rocketoni having to back out of the throttle there. It's a 150.0 at the moment.
Here comes Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea almost losing it.
150.8.
Jordy Davey, that's not going to be a lap time.
And we've got lap times coming across the board there. And Orchard David did set a 149.2, but that was invalidated. We have Heimkarl 151.4.
Intermediate weather. I think Inters will beat these, I think.
Well, DRS hasn't been disabled, so the stewards think it's still okay out there. AJ's lap time got invalidated. The Gore 150.3. Chelsea boy there 150.8. DK 151.4. Have we got anyone else?
Bobster 151.8.
Let's have a look at Pranker as he heads towards the line then. And this could be a 2-minute lap time, is it? It's a 159.5, but it was invalidated.
Invalidated as well.
Zippo then. Let's have a look at some of his grip through the corners then. As it might be slightly too early.
Wow. Sector 2, what? Not Sector 2, what am I about? Zippo.
Oh,
I think
Rocket
Zippo...
Queen. Sorry to cut you off there. Rocket Queen
that's...
making his way to the pits there and catching a little bit of the curb. That sent him spinning round, so... Well, he'll make his way back to the pits there.
I said it was a difficult pit lane, didn't I?
Absolutely.
Orchard David blocking the pit lane disqualification.
So that is our first. Yeah,
he's retired on track. He doesn't think he's done enough. He thinks he's done enough.
Well then, that is interesting then. So we'll have to see.
Oh my God, Orchard David's AI is.
And the Gort there has also been disqualified from the session. Well, that is remarkable. What is going on?
People are messing up in the pit lane, getting stuck in the wall, and they can't do anything. This game.
And he'll be heading towards the line now to improve. At least he'll hope to improve anyway. Going towards the line. And it is a 157.6.
Yeah, just getting a feel of it on the Inters.
And let's see how we can do then coming towards the line. Pranker goes P10.
Oh,
155.
That's much closer. Rocket Queen has retired in pits.
So he will be eliminated.
Our first elimination. Our first elimination that isn't involved in a mass pit lane glitch. This is very difficult to call right now because it's clearly the intermediates can overtake the old.
Absolutely.
He's 3 seconds down.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Pranker here.
The buck lands with Pranker right now because he's 0.065 up. So he can only gain time right now.
Yeah. Not long in this session to go then. Zippo through the first sector is 0.06 of a second down.
But he's done enough. He's through. Unless Zippo can go quicker.
Oh, loses that back end. He's pushing hard. But he has
he
gone
went
up.
quicker. He's got time. He's got a lap.
He has
can do
got
it.
one more lap. But has he got the fuel to do it?
What would be nice if Cody's, if you're listening, please put this in the next game. That on spectator mode we can have a suggestive tyre moment. That's it.
Yeah, that Zippo's lap done. He is eliminated from Q2. And his hands are going crazy in protest there, I reckon.
Still
Looks
intermediate tyres though.
Yes, and we have no idea whether that's going to dry up or if we're going to have dry tyre running. But I think this is the first Q3 session, JB, where we've had 10 drivers. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Man, you're really testing my memory right here.
Yellow flag to sector 2, that's Rockatoni. Rockatoni is out.
That's on an outlap.
Here he comes in.
That was the wall in, that was the wall back in 2017, where the drivers would hit that wall and quite dramatically take the paint off it.
Yes. Well, that is a 157.2 from DK, who is next closest to the line.
Yeah, I think it's AJ. Pranker's coming to the pits.
Bravo Wolf coming around.
Bravo.
And coming towards the line. There he is, 157.0. AJ
Here
now.
comes AJ now, championship leader.
Coming towards the line, what can he do? It's a 155.8.
Wow, by a margin and a half.
Spark Bobster 158.1. And of course, because they're on intermediates, they can pretty much do as much running as they want. Geordie Davey going P2.
Yeah,
156.6.
Here comes Chelsea, your best friend.
FA Cup boy, coming around the final few corners. That's not going to get old, is it? Coming towards the line, it's a 156.9, puts him into P3.
Tell you what, I think Pranker may have had damage on lap 1, on his out lap, or his fast lap, because he pitted and now he's come back out.
Well, Plaster, in the meantime, set a 157.8, which put him into 7th place. Well, here comes Spark Bobster then, round the final 2 corners. Towards the line he goes. It's a 157.3, and it sees him into 7th place. DK then.
Sector 1, is he retired in pits?
No, he's retired on track.
Retired on track.
No, I was going to say.
Enough.
Well, no, I don't think that's the case. I think he's run out of fuel and realised he's not going to have enough time to make it back to the pits and get back out on track again. So DK then has retired from the session, currently in P3.
Has gone 4th.
Pranker has gone 4th, 156.7. Let's have a look. Yeah, that is Chelsea into the wall, and he has retired from the session because of that. Well, not because of it, but there we go.
Well, you haven't got enough time. It's basically a 2-minute lap round here anyway. It's like Spa in the wet. It's awful.
And I reckon he'll have just about enough time there to get a lap in.
So is Geordie Davey. Oh, I tell you what, Geordie Davies cutting it fine, coming out now.
Definitely cutting it fine. He's got a push on his outlap, which isn't ideal at all there. And the rain,
no, it's not.
The rain has dropped off way significantly there as drivers here, including AJ is on an outlap as well. I think AJ's left that too late.
Oh, AJ's in the wall.
Oh, he is as well. Turn 13, and yeah, that's it. That'll be his qualifying session done.
Geordie Davey and his Red Bull compatriot of Himcar are now ready to start the lap. As I remembered, who was in Red Bull this time? Cheery little fist pump from me in the commentary booth.
Absolutely, deserve that one. Here comes Himcar then, round the final corner. Oh, a little bit of a back end stepping out there. And what can he do then?
That is so dry, you could roast an egg on there.
I mean,
that's invalidated, I think.
Yeah, Spot Bobster out. Currently P8. So there goes the checker flag then. Pranker obviously has taken the checker flag in the pits. Coming around the final corners then. This could be quicker from Plaster then, as he heads towards the line. And it is, 156.9. So then, Bravo Wolf coming around. Oh, big oversteer moment there as I believe that's Geordie Davey coming into the pits, and it is. Here comes Bravo Wolf then. Can he go faster? Yes, he can.
Wow.
Goes up to P4.
Too.
So there we have it then. Qualifying 3 is over, and AJ is the man who grabs pole position for the Singapore Grand Prix. Round 14 is
drive-through penalty.
It's round 14 is underway. What are the starts like? Looks like Geordie Dave in the Red Bull got a decent start. AJ leads the field in. Here comes a Red Bull charging down the inside, and he spun it around.
He's gone.
Himcar into
That's
the wall
Carl.
there.
He's at the back.
Well. I did see him dive up the inside there. I'm trying to make it 3 wide, and it just didn't work for him.
Silly move.
Here comes the Gort then, trying to go down the inside. Here, Ricky Fury goes wide there as Invader Zippo here.
Stop-go penalty. 5-second stop-go penalty. Drive-through penalty for cutting corner and giving free places for Plaster. That is poor.
Oh, Spark Bobster, look at this. Rockatoni running wide. Chelsea Boy running wide too. It's a massive 4-car battle for 5th place, is that, I believe? Or is this 6th place? Look at these cars go through here. And Pranker makes his way through. And wow, look at this, it's an armada here as we head towards the old Singapore Sling. And that is Red Bull there trying to go up the inside, or sorry, a Renault trying to go up the inside. And that's DK out. DK, where has he gone off?
Let's have a look. Oh, he's in the bridge,
Oh dear. Yeah, he's hit that inside there. DK becomes the first retirement of the day.
There's Pranker, is that silly? It's not silly. Oh god! I don't know what's happening. I need an adult.
There's too much drama. That's what's happening. Bravo Wolf has managed to find his way past once again and moves himself up into 5th place there. AJ finally crosses the line to complete the first lap of this race, 2:01.4. And well, we've had a dramatic start here already. Orchard David trying to go around the outside of Rocket Queen, but that's not happening. He cut back now to get the inside now, and he's got the much better drive now as they head through the slight kink of turn 6 down towards turn 7 now. Orchard David has the move done. Rocket Queen, will he try and find a way on the inside line? No, he won't. Orchard David then moves up into P11, and that's a Rockatoni off the track there. Now where is that? He's gone off.
He's gone off in sector 2 somewhere. I've just cut back up there as Bravo Wolf tries to get past FA Cup boy. Rocket Queen has got past Rockatoni. Obviously Rockatoni struggling on those tyres. It seems that braking points are just causing everyone to suffer right now.
It's Toon Pata in the wall. Again at...
no, they pitted that lap as well.
Yeah, turn 8 there. Seems to catch a lot of people out at the braking zone. And again, Toon Pata finds himself into the wall then.
But right now, Bravo Wolf is being a bottleneck. Why is Rocket Queen on softs?
Well, maybe he knows something we don't.
It does look drier though, doesn't it? A little bit.
A little bit?
Here comes the Renault on the Williams. Is he going to make it? He's going around the outside into the inside of this corner. Here comes the Williams again around the inside. The Spark Bobster and Bravo Wolf having a tit for tat battle. He's not going to wall him yet, is he? He's driving him close to it. Oh, Bravo Wolf's got a damaged front wing. But he's got the position back, and this is bringing the Gort into it. The Ferrari says, I want to play, come on.
And now Spark Bobster thinks about it going into the old Singapore Sling now, and has got the move done. So Bravo, maybe with that damaged front wing, is starting to affect his performance, but he put up a good defensive battle there with Spark Bobster. And trying to take that inside line, but he's got a mountain of oversteer. Now the Gort could try and seize this opportunity as Pranker and Plaster up ahead trading positions left, right and centre. Staying on board with Bravo Wolf now as Spark Bobster and Bravo Wolf come together. They lock tyres coming into turn, I believe that's turn 14. And well, that was a bit of a bizarre incident. Bravo Wolf let the Gort go after that, and now finds himself down into P10. And the Gort, they're losing out to Orchard David and Invader Zippo in that incident.
And who predicted a wet to dry race?
I don't know. Maybe.
He's pushing him through. That's
a Toro Rosso in the wall. That's Rockatoni.
Rockatoni.
In the exact same place he went off in Q3.
No.
And Rockatoni is the second retirement of the day. Orchard David right on the tail. Yeah, absolutely. Orchard David in that slipstream, whether it's there or not. Here comes Orchard David down the inside, heading towards turn 7. Has he got the move done there? Side by side. Side by side as they head towards turn 8, but not quite. As Zippo gets a little bit of oversteer. And he's going to have a compromise 9 going into turn 9.
Me.
It's so close between them. Orchard David hanging it around the outside and gets the move done. Orchard David up into P6. Captain Pants on Ultra Softs. That's an interesting call.
Bravo Wolf on the softs. What?
So then, okay, we've got another one into the pits. Toon Patter into the pits. Now, what tyres does he go on to? His teammate Bravo Wolf pitted in as well, so that takes a little bit of time. They've got a Sauber into the pits as well.
Ultras.
Change of front wing. Ultra soft tyres go on.
Oh, what happens if it's wet to dry to wet?
Ooh. DRS
enabled.
is
now enabled.
Well, these guys in the pits.
Wings, boys.
Absolutely, they've timed it perfectly here.
The entirety of from 12th down are on Ultra Softs. Here come the three that we were battling.
And the race leader is into the pits. AJ onto a set of soft tyres. Pranker having to wait for 5 seconds there before the team can work on the car. That's going to cost him time. Orchard David into the pits as well. It's just a flurry of cars into the pits to get onto a set of dry tyres.
No. I tell you what though, Plaster has just come in. He is Force India ready. Are they ready?
Well, here they come then.
Are they?
Yes, they are.
Soft
but
tyres?
oh, they're not quite ready.
There we go, Ultra Softs.
Ultra Softs for Plaster then.
What is happening with strategy, guys?
Well, they seem to.
Haas team are ready.
Haas team ready. That's well, Himcar's into the pit.
Himcar's in now. The Red Bull.
Absolutely. So everybody then.
Soft tyres going on the Red Bull though. Super soft tyres. I don't know what's going on with strategy right now.
The Haas boys are just waiting for someone, I think, at this point. They're just waiting for anybody.
Please, let us serve us. They're like house elves, they're wanting to serve.
Absolutely. There's Bravo Wolf there, who came in a lap earlier than Himcar and has got position.
Oh! Ricky Fury!
Ricky Fury in at turn 18.
Oh no! The boxer! The madness Ricky Fury is gone.
And that becomes our third retirement.
Chance.
Well, yeah, turn 18, that's very common to just lock up going into there. And that is Ricky Fury out of the race.
Toon Patter is retired.
Toon Patter into the wall as well. That's in the pit lane.
Ah, that's pit lane. Oh, dearie me.
Well, well, well. 13 runners now we're down to in this Grand Prix. And they're dropping like flies at the moment.
As well. That's that's Spark Bobster! Oh!
Wow, that was a big impact for Spark Bobster, and that is a portion of that front wing gone. Nevertheless, though, Pranker's still on his tail. And,
tell you what, oh, sorry, knocked the mic for a second. Tell you what, we might be getting DRS in a couple of laps. Oh, no, sorry, now it is. I forgot DRS has been enabled.
Yeah. You remember when we went into that pit stop phase, JB, where the DRS got enabled?
He's getting frustrated behind Pranker, you can tell now.
Absolutely.
Captain Pants in the pits once again. So he's going to be lapped soon. I think he may have just been lapped actually.
Plaster, was that, sorry, Orchard David tapped the wall there. And that is, yeah, that's an end plate gone.
Oh, here we go.
Right hand side. But that's not going to stop him from making the move. There's his teammate coming out of the pits. And they are side by side now, coming through turn 2. Now into turn 3 as Orchard David got the move done. Trying to squeeze out Pranker there. Wide. But he has got the move done, but he has got a bit of front wing off here. This is where Pranker could try and stick it up the inside once again. They are still running side by side here. And the camera's not giving us a good choice there. And Orchard David makes the move stick for now. But look at the Gort trying to sneak his way through. Here comes Pranker then, trying to go down the inside. Braking late then. And just about keeps it out of the rear wing there. And the Gort here. Now the Gort's backed out of it. Pranker trying to leave braking as late as possible here.
The Gort, he's pulled out the slipstream. I don't know what he's doing. He's not sitting in the slipstream because he could get a nice double toe.
He could do, but with 2 people leaving the session, I don't think that slipstream exists anymore. Well, here's the Gort trying to go down the inside.
Oh, he's hit him.
Does he have any front wing damage?
Very good.
Oh, bit risky there, and it's cost him a lot of time. Looks like they're both okay, though. I
think that's a chunk gone there. Rocket Queen, I think that's an actual crash. No, pit lane.
He's retired in the pit lane then. And he's decided he's had enough for today and becomes our 5th retirement of the race. Yeah, absolutely. As they now head towards the last 2 corners, and the Gort is just looking on with mild optimism here. as he could have a move here if he times his position right. As we head towards turn 1.
Now.
The Gort then trying to go down the inside. And the Gort there. No, I think he had to. Yeah, he had to take to the inside of the track there. I think Pranker was just going to take the racing line there. And Yellow flags in sector 2.
I think that's just a spinning car, you know. Or it might be one of the back markers letting someone through.
Well, here comes Pranker then. Is he going to have a try and have a move?
Carl.
Oh, Pranker locks up.
Has had enough. He's crashed. He's had enough.
He has had enough for today then. Pranker, meanwhile, still these three trying to battle for third place. Of course, we know for sure that Orchard David has to pit again because he's on those super soft tyres. We don't know whether Pranker and the Gort have to either.
Big points by the looks of it. Oh, look at Pranker. He gets a 3-second penalty running over that curb again.
And that
He's taking
shows
a much shallower line, not running out the car. He wants to get past him. Is he able to hold it through here? He's able to hold it a little bit flat. He's got DRS open. He's not gaining though. Here comes the Gort. He's going to have to look behind him first.
And
Whoa, no!
Well, he just launched it up the inside there. Hint of desperation there. Here comes. You can see how much more grip Geordie Davey has then as they head towards turn 1. And Geordie Davey will pull to the inside, heading into turn 1 now. And Geordie Davey gets that move done. In the end, a little bit of an easy move there for Geordie Davey as he heads up now into 4th place.
Oh, Pranker! Wow, those tyres are done. I think that's the point now that he's got to realise, these tyres might not last me to the end.
Now heading towards into the DRS zone. Slight kink of 6 now. Geordie Davey had to think about it. Now he's going to try and go around the outside. Orchard David not going to make this an easy move at all. Then Geordie Davey having to go down the inside. There is a little bit of contact there. But, well, Geordie Davey has made it through then. Orchard David trying to find that pass once again. But Geordie Davey has found his way through up into P3 now. And I'll tell you what, Orchard David did not make that easy for him at all there. AJ in the pits. Well, he's got 35 seconds. I reckon he's going to have a little bit of fun here. In he comes in.
Tires.
Not only does he want this race win, but I reckon he wants the fastest lap as well. Now, what does that say to the Gort then? Does that say that AJ's not confident in making the soft tyres last to the end, or is this just a guarantee for AJ to make it to the end of the race?
It might be just AJ believes that he's got the gap, he can pit. There's no point winning by the longest margin. I wonder if Bravo's tyres are going off.
Well, he has been on the tyres for a long time. I think since the start of this dry tyre stint, he's been on those tyres.
Yeah,
so he'll be
same as the Gort, so they might be going off too. Orchard David's tyres must be screaming as, oh wow, look how close the McLaren is to the Force India.
Absolutely. Will he try a move going up into turn 14, trying to go around the outside, trying to get a better apex than Plaster? And will he try a move through 15, now through 16? Very easy to get it wrong through there. Plaster hasn't got a great line through turn 17. And as they head towards that left-hander of turn 18, that's definitely not an overtaking zone. But now coming through 19 into 20 and 21. And I really wish those corners had names, but they just don't. Here we go then through the final 2 corners. Chelsea Boy looking to try and get a better apex, but again, he just runs slightly too wide there. 3 laps to go. And, well, Chelsea Boy here is closing in, and the gap to Bravo Wolf ahead of them is currently 2.6. It has stabilised as he rounds through turn 17. I mean, he's pretty much been faultless all day today. He's led from start to finish, grabbed pole position, and has led every single lap here, including during that wet weather stint then. And this could be another 25 points. He's already weaving as he heads round the final 2 corners. AJ is going to win here at Singapore.
Fireworks go off as we're going to jump back down to see the other McLaren. Is he close enough to make a move? Is this do or die now? He's having a look. He's
all
having
or nothing.
A look.
It's all or nothing, Chelsea. He's going to try and move down the inside. Has he got the move stuck then? Still side by side as they head towards turn 8. Trying to go around the outside as Chelsea Boy. Still so close. Has he done it
now?
Into turn 9
yes,
they go.
He has.
No, he hasn't. They're still side by side. As they head.
Stankerator just put it back on. Sorry.
It's all right. They head towards the old Singapore sling. Chelsea boy has the inside line. Plaster nowhere to go, and Chelsea boy gets the move done. Well, the Gort, as you said, finishes in second place. Geordie Davies somehow gets those tyres to the finish line, and he finishes in third place.
It's not Geordie Davey though. Geordie David made to stop.
Oh, that's very true.
It's Orchard David.
It's Orchard David.
Who hasn't scored a point, who hasn't finished. And he finishes in fourth now.
That is fantastic.
Look at that.
Tyre wear control. That was a fantastic drive from Orchard in the end. Brilliant stuff. Pranker comes towards the line to finish in sixth place, and that was Captain Pants there finishing in 11th place. Just there. And oh, Plaster. Oh, Chelsea boy's run out of fuel, has he? Yes, he's run out of fuel. Plaster takes back 7th place, and he'll come across the line to claim that. Oh, what a drama for Chelsea boy then. Not quite the fuel management he wanted.
Tell you what, Spark Bobster's coming fast. Spark Bobster's going to get him.
And he has.
He got him.
My goodness. Well, AJ won the race, and Chelsea boy went from 7th to 9th in a space and a matter of corners. Well, there is your race winner. AJ commanding from the front there. Brilliant drive and pretty much faultless from him. He takes that strong lead back in the championship.
What a fantastic drive. Not a race though without its controversies. I think Pranker is going to have to go and have a chat with the steward later on. But look at that. AJ, no penalties either.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, your official, unofficial results. AJ finishes in first, the Gort in second, Geordie David third, Orchard David fourth, Pranker fifth, Bravo Wolf sixth, Plaster seventh, Spark Bobster eighth, Chelsea Boy ninth, Zippo picking up a point in 10th, Captain Pants 11th, and we lost in that race Heem Carl, Rocket Queen, Massa, Ericsson, Science, and DK. Well then, that was testing, demanding for the drivers, but the coolest person on that track was definitely AJ.
Certainly was. I gotta say, I do feel sorry for Chelsea boy. I mean, his team won the FA Cup, so he's in a good mood. But then he manages to go and just conk out right at the end in the worst position possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh well, it has been 2 hours now. Officially 2 hours.
Officially 2 hours. That is incredible.
Well, I think it's time we wound down the stream and the recording. I think it's been a fantastic race though, hasn't it?
It has definitely been a brilliant race. 55 minutes there of pure excitement. It is one of the most demanding tracks for the drivers and for us up in the commentary box, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm falling asleep still.
Well, we pack up the circus and we move on to Malaysia, which hopefully I will be around for, and hopefully my internet is actually okay, I guess. But until Sepang, I've been Kieran McGinley.
And I've been Jack Bishop.
Take care of yourselves, guys, and I will see you next time.
Ta-ra.